Hi, this is Fred Quire, the Diamond Guy, with more questions from you guys. So let's get into it. This is from Mark, titled Chipped Diamond. Hi, I recently bought my fiance a Kretschmer tension set ring with a round brilliant diamond cut AGS Ideal 0, color F, SI1, 102, table 57%. A couple weeks ago, she noticed a table chip right next to one of the tension sets. She's unsure of how the ring was damaged, whether it was her fault or something else. My insurance company, Farmers, says it is not covered because the damage was not due to fire or another natural disaster. The chip, my jeweler says, is one of those freak things that can happen if you hit it just perfectly. He says my insurance should cover it, but apparently it does not. To make matters worse, it appears that another small piece from the diamond is missing, and my fiancée refuses to wear it anymore because she's worried the whole diamond is going to disintegrate. I'm not sure what to do now. Is there any way I can get help from my insurance or jeweler to replace the diamond, or am I just out of luck? I'd hate to think that we wasted $9,000 on a ring that she's afraid to wear even before our actual wedding. Wow, this is a big deal. I actually got this email quite some time back, but when we started doing the video answers, I knew this was one I wanted to bring back out for people to take a look at, because this is one of the biggest problems that is going on in the industry right now. Think of it this way. There's a type of diamond that comes out of the ground called the TLB, which stands for top light brown. Some jewelers, obviously not all, but some jewelers take bags of these TLBs, these brown diamonds, and they bake them in ovens at around 2,000 degrees Celsius, 60-liter bars of pressure, and bake the nitrogen and the boron out of the stone, making them whiter. The problem is, these stones are now very susceptible to chipping, nicking, and breaking. A typical good diamond, white, clean, good proportioned diamond, has about a 1 in 2.2 million chance of chipping, nicking, or breaking in its lifetime. Those are about the same odds of being hit by lightning. The minute you bake a stone, or anneal a stone, the same thing, the odds go to about 1 in 10. This is a huge problem for you, the customer, because basically you own a diamond that looks pretty, but basically is a ticking time bomb. The jeweler's reaction is, once it's sold, if anything goes wrong down the road, that's going to be your problem. And the insurance companies are on to this, so their reaction is they're not, in many cases, not being responsible for it. So jewelers had a choice. They could sell you nice white diamonds that were naturally white, but cost a lot more money, or they could take diamonds that were brown, make them white, and treat them, and obviously those are a lot less expensive, and the profit margins are huge in that. There's a company, and I'm mentioning them because they just went out of business, called Bailey Banks and Biddles. You can do the research on these guys. But they were a company who didn't have any problem heat treating their gemstones. In fact, the law says that it is not against the law to heat treat a diamond after it comes out of the ground. You just have to disclose it to the customer at the point of purchase. Now, that's where it gets a little dicey, because Bailey Banks and Biddle's decision was they would show you all these pretty pictures and they would show you the prices, but the only place they mentioned that they were heat treating their gemstones was on this clear page in little tiny print on the back. And I read, the gemstones may have been treated by heating. That's it. They were no longer responsible. Now, where Bailey Banks and Biddles and a lot of unethical companies have gotten into trouble is that when the recession hit a few years ago, a lot of people who owned diamonds that they thought were really valuable went to the secondary market and tried to sell the stones, only to find out that their diamonds were worth less than 20 cents on the dollar, in some cases worth less than 10% of the original price paid. Because of social media, because of Twitter, because of Facebook, word got out and these kinds of companies have gone out of business. Think about this for a second. 4 out of every 10 jewelers that were in business just 3 years ago, we're in 2010 now, are out of business now. Now that doesn't mean you're safe. This is still a legitimate question. How can you, the consumer, when you buy a diamond, make sure that with an accidental hit on a table, or if you drop your ring, that your diamond's not going to fall to pieces, which is a possibility for these heat-treated stones. What you have to do is you have to get a document in writing. Don't rely on the quote certificate. Nobody uses certificates anymore. They use fully bonded appraisals, which means you have to get documents that say they guarantee the information. The lab reports on their documents say they no longer guarantee the information. So you need a piece of paper in writing that literally says, we guarantee this diamond is 100% natural, has not been treated in any way, shape, or form. And if you've got to get them to write that on the sales ticket, write it on the sales receipt, so that you're protected. So if at any point in the future the diamond chips or starts to crumble or fall apart, you'll be in good shape. Anyway, this is a very good question. Thanks, Mark. And people, please be very wary of jewelers. Some of the red flags that you might be getting a diamond like this is people who only have 30 or 60-day return policies, people who like to use the word certificate or certify, because those terms don't mean anything in the jewelry industry anymore. So make sure that you have to be responsible for your purchase. One of the easiest things you can do is just ask, is my diamond fully bonded? And please write down on a piece of paper that my diamond comes with a lifetime breakage guarantee, a lifetime buyback policy, a lifetime exchange policy. If you get those kinds of things in writing, then you'll be in good shape. But if the jeweler says, oh, don't worry, your diamond is forever, diamonds don't break, baloney. Diamonds break all the time, especially if someone's sticking them in an oven to make them look white. Anyway, this is Fred Quay, the Diamond Guy. Talk to you later.